home, Steve. Steve, I want a divorce. Go home to your mother.
Steve, I think for your sake, you better go home now. Quickly.
Yes, sir.
And Steve, I will be calling your father on this.
Okay.
Good idea. In fact, why don't you run home right now and get started on that note?
I'm lickety-splitting.
Go home, Steve.
As in no thank you?
As in, no, go home.
Go home, Steve. Steve, go home.
Steve, go home. Steve, go home.
Steve, go home.
That Texas boy is handing you a line of bull water.
Go home.
But
Go home, Steve.
I will not stand here and take that from you. I'm going home.
I'll save you 82 verses. Go home.
Go home, Steve.
Steve, get off this roof.
Now, Carl, I think you're being...
Get off this roof.
If you just give me...
Get off this roof. Get off this roof. Get off this roof.
I don't have to take this. I'm getting off this roof.
Steve, go home.
Now, Carl, I'm
Go
going to
home.
give you one.
Go home. Go home. Go home. Go home.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
And don't you ever come back.
What did you say?
Oh, you heard me. Don't ever come back.
I just
Go home.
Well, you just give me one.
Go home. Go home. Go home. Go home.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Go home.
Go home now.
Go home, Steve.
Why?
You just shattered an expensive bottle of wine.
Expensive? Oh, no offense, Carl, but I saw the label. The Chateau Stop and Shop. Oh, come on.
Go home. Go home. Go home.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home. Now there, big guy.
Go home, Steve. Why am I explaining this to you? Go home, Steve. Go home.
But, Carl, I just...
Go home.
Well, if you just...
Go home. Go home. Go home.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Go home, Steve.
Fiddly dee. What's this I see? Could it be a Christmas tree?
Steve, go.
I cannot go. Oh.
Go home, Laura.
Urkel!
Whoa.
My car was not on fire. Go home, Urkel.
Hey, I pay for my...
I said go home.
Calm down.
Go home, go home, go home.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home. My dreadlock ticket, please. Huh.
Go home, Steve.
Oh, Steve. I'm so sorry. You hurry on home and hop into bed.
Steve, go home.
Oh, just go home.
Go home.
Now, Carl, I'm just trying...
Go home.
But I have muffins in the oven.
Go home. Go home. Go home.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
That's shaped like the coast of Rhode Island.
Ah, that's it. That's
Go home.
Oh, but I don't want...
Go home.
But I was just...
Go home. Go home. Go home.
don't have to take this. I'm going home.